I've been talking to friends and family who are managers in banking, engineering, and technology about what are the things they're seeing that they feel hold women back from reaching their full capacity, and things that they would suggest I focus on that would make the most difference. And today I'm going to talk about something that came up quite a few times from several different people, and that is speaking to advance your perspective, especially in meetings. And they said things like, I've encouraged this woman who has really valid points to bring them to bear in meetings and to influence others. And I've told her that many times, but she won't share her ideas in a group. Somebody else said, how do you advance ideas instead of complaining about what's not working? And how do you authorize yourself to make sure that things get done? So by the end of this video, I'm going to leave you with 4 ideas about making sure your voice gets heard in organizational life. For the best strategies to take your career to the next level, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you can be notified when I post new content weekly. And you can help me let the algorithm know to show my videos to corporate women who want to move forward with grace and ease. I'm Christina dellisanti-Miller of Full Potential Realized, and I'm a career transition coach. I worked more than 20 years in big corporates, consulting to executives, and leading talent management and diversity and inclusion functions. So how does that make a difference for you? By understanding how the system works, how you get promoted, how leaders consider possibly investing in this person versus this person, giving this person a chance versus this person, giving this person a big bonus versus this person. By understanding how those decisions are made and helping you to navigate your own system, I can help you make sure that you're putting your energy in the place that's going to actually make a difference positively for you. Okay, so let's talk specifically about speaking up in meetings and bringing your ideas to bear to influence what's happening in your organization. You might be getting a sense that it's actually not great for you to speak up, or there's not a huge desire to hear your voice. And I just want to acknowledge that. And of course, it's not everywhere and it's not everybody, but you are getting those messages. So let's just be honest. Let's just take those messages for what they are. Some people's opinion that you don't necessarily have to go along with, that you don't have to listen to. And, you know, that's their perspective, but it doesn't govern how you behave. Just thinking about a few weeks ago, somebody published in the Wall Street Journal an opinion piece that told Dr. Biden, who's 69 years old, hey kiddo, who calls a 69-year-old person kiddo, you shouldn't use your title. I just use this as an illustration. Don't call yourself doctor. Why? Would a man say that to another man? No. Okay, so you're not imagining it, it's real, and that's okay. So let's just bracket that and put it to the side. Second step, you're going to push through that, and you probably have some things going on, messages that you've internalized, and you need to just look at those and see what they are and do some thought work on them. So the first thing is try to say something in a meeting and see what comes up to stop you. Listen to what's going on in your head and write down what was the last thing that you heard yourself say to yourself before you didn't say what you wanted to say, right? Just practice trying to speak in meetings and your resistance is going to show you right there. And just pay attention to what your internal voice is telling you. And then use some tools. I'm going to provide them in a separate video to do some thought work to manage your mindset. But I'll give you a quick example, the Byron Katie work, which you can get all her stuff on her website. It's a simple process. You ask yourself a couple questions, you're writing down what you think, and then you're using your tools to help dissolve some of those resistance and blocks that are in the way of you participating fully. Third step is make sure that what you're going to assert makes sense in the context of the business. I was talking to a manager yesterday about a woman who had some ideas about how to make things better, but they didn't align with how her manager saw things were going. And you have to be sure that your ideas about making things better fit in the context of the business. So her specific solution was not aligned with where he was going, but she could have come up with a win-win solution that met what she was trying to accomplish and what he was trying to accomplish, and put those together. So to do the homework and understand how your business works, how you compete in the marketplace, where your manager is headed, where your department is headed, and make sure your solution isn't at cross purposes with what they're trying to accomplish. Fourth thing is to get some allies on your side by having conversations with people before you go into a meeting and present your ideas. I got creamed in a meeting one time. This only happened like not more than 3 times in my career, but I remember one of the senior women pulled me aside and she was like, "Did you not test those ideas with anybody before you came into the meeting?" And I was like, "No." And she said, "You never go into a meeting and just start talking. You have to test the ideas with at least a couple people to make sure that you know all the context and perspectives and how others might want to poke a hole in that thinking. And then you can respond to their objections actually as you deliver the idea. And if things, sometimes in a meeting, you know, the dynamic gets a little hairy, and if things are starting going awry, you can look to those people that you spoke to ahead of time, and they'll come in and they'll help you and they'll back you up if you can get on the same page with them and you've taken their objections into account. So those are some things that I think can help manage the fear of speaking in a meeting. And I encourage you to put your contribution out there thoughtfully and, you know, vetted, but to practice it. And the more you do it, I think the easier it gets. So I'm curious, what tips or strategies have you used to make sure that your voice is being heard in your organization, in meetings, to have yourself be at ease to speak up? Please leave us a comment so we all share what works. Making sure that your voice is being heard at work is part of managing your performance, image, and exposure, which is one piece of my proven 8-step system to make sure that you're taking your career to its full trajectory. If you'd like a chance to work with me one-on-one on implementing my system in your particular organization, check out my coaching offering at fullpotentialrealized.com/quickstart. Thanks for watching this video. Please give it a like, share it with your friends, give it a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I look forward to seeing you next time.